Hey guys, 10:31 p.m. September 8th, 2017. A late update for you. I'm going to have plenty of information tomorrow. I have the whole day to do it, so that'll be good. Now, I'm sure you all know by now, most if not all the models have shifted to the west side of Florida. And in this video, I'm going to try to explain why I think that is happening. Really quick before I do that, I just want to show you a comparison of just basically a couple hours ago, guys. East side of Florida had many of the models, the middle had some, and then even some to the west. And now, about 12 hours later, there we go. 12 hours later, we are all on the west side, and they're in agreement, GFS and the European model. The last I saw, the European model actually had it making landfall right around Naples, Florida. Okay, so that's important for people in that area to know if they are still there. Irma is still moving quickly. Well, not quickly, sorry about that. It's moving 12 miles an hour actually. It's slowed down, which they expected to happen in this part, in these warm waters, which is a concern because hurricanes grow in warm waters. And right now, currently, the eye is still totally over water. It almost looks as if it might clip Cuba, according to some of the models. But regardless, they still think it's going to come up into this area and continue to move west. And once again, this is why. At least this is why I think it's going to happen. You guys know I focus on the jet stream a lot, and there's a reason for that. If you notice in my other videos, the jet stream, which always moves from west to east, it was in more of a perfect U shape, and it was moving. And what I was trying to explain in my videos is we were waiting for this part of it to pass off into the east over top of Irma, and once that happened, this pressure would be out of the way, and Irma would make it swing north. Now, according to earlier charts, this held shape and it moved into the ocean, and Irma made that northern swing up the east coast. That's why all those models were in agreement, and then they started shifting to the west. And this is why, if I bring it to the animated model, okay, we're at the first frame here. I want you to pay attention to this. Now, again, picture it yesterday and the day before being more of a U shape, moving in sync with itself, okay? And now what's happening is this end is getting held up, and I'm thinking it's because of the front that just passed off the east coast, all that rain we had and cold weather. So pay attention to this. So this part of the jet stream is now crimping inside while this area is getting held up. And according to this chart, it almost looks like it separates right around there. It almost looks like there's a gap here leaving this side of the jet stream down the east coast. And what that's doing, in my opinion, is forming a wall of pressure. And because that bottom U shape that we were talking about didn't pass over Irma the way we thought and bring it up to the east coast, this part is lingering now, and it's, like I said, creating a wall, and that's keeping Irma moving west. And now once this area passes over, that's when Irma is going to make that northern turn, and they're expecting that to happen now on the west side of Florida. Now, guys, you got to keep this in mind. If that much of a change happened in one day, I mean, what if this pressure system here, which is very hard to predict how long they're going to last, what if this stays another day? How much more west is this thing going to go, and then where are we? So it's just something to think about. Guys, everybody in these areas needs to be watching this storm religiously, and I can't stress that enough. I'm going to move forward a little more and see what other kind of data we get here. Alright, and now you see the jet stream almost trying to replace itself here. It's almost trying to get that U together, but it still has this wall of pressure lingering out here. And we'll move forward some more. And by that time, it almost looks, so it looks like right around here, according to this, the pressure won't be enough to keep Irma down anymore, so it'll start moving up this part of Florida, according to this, for this time frame. If I step forward, now this seems to be lifting up, allowing Irma to move farther north, and then in the next couple frames you'll see Irma start to interact with that part of the pressure in the front that we saw. And then while that's happening, you also notice the jet stream trying to replace itself, which is really cool to see. I know this is a horrible situation, I mean weather-wise. People that study weather and stuff, I guess, can respect that. Probably a bad comment to make at this point. Anyway, I'll back up a little bit more so we can look at that one more time. Very interesting, guys. This is why I was telling you that this could change overnight, basically. Um, I don't think you can predict breaks in the jet stream, but we'll watch it again. Here's Irma down here. Here's that wall of pressure I'm talking about. We'll move forward, and it's like almost collapsing on itself here, and then it seems to break right around this area. It separates, and what that does is it allows this wall of pressure to stay here as like its own thing, basically. And then again, you see this U shape trying to form again. It's trying to replace itself. Meanwhile, this wall is still here. It's lifting up, allowing Irma to move. So again, just to recap, here's the U. I don't think we need that one anymore. Here's the chart that I've been using. Actually, you know what? We'll recap right here. Sorry about that. So again, one more time. Sorry if I'm being repetitive. This is important though. Wall of pressure is lingering. It's not allowing Irma to move north. We thought it would happen on the east coast. We thought this would pass by now, but it hasn't. That's why Irma is moving west. It's slowing down in warm waters, guys, which means it can possibly get stronger. The last satellite I saw had the entire eye in warm water. So we can expect it could go to a 5 again. And then from that point on, we're just going to have to wait and see. Tomorrow's probably going to be a big day. If we see this thing start moving north, you can pretty much know exactly where it's going to go. If this pressure wall lingers and it starts moving out west into the Gulf, it's going to turn into a whole other thing, guys. It's going to be, I don't even want to think about it. So here we go. Move it forward. Irma gets pulled up. And that's what the data's showing, guys. Really quick, I have Vent2 Sky pulled up. This is the GFS version. Like I said, the European model has it going into the Naples area right now. Here is the 9th. According to GFS, it actually makes contact with Cuba. And here is the warmest water it's going to be in for the rest of its trip. So right here is where we want to watch to see if its strength gets stronger before it makes that northern hook, and it's projected to do so. So they're thinking that this front is going to move out. Now, hopefully it doesn't stay longer, because if it does, that's going to put it into this area, like I said. No matter what we do, it's going to be a bad situation for southern Florida. They already know that. They're already ready for it. At least I hope they are. Sorry, I went too fast there. Here's the 11th. And there's the 12th, guys. I'm going to get into these storms tomorrow in the update. And here, really quick, is just a satellite image current of where we are right now. And if you can see, it's leveling out west. And as of right now, guys, it looks like it's going to clip Cuba, unless it starts moving north. If this area here clears out and moves out into the east, Irma will start moving north. And if it starts moving north right here, guys, that puts the East Coast right back on the same watch it was. So, guys, it's just a waiting game now. We just got to wait and see. I hope that information helped. I'm going to try to dig into it a little more. I'll have a lot more time to do it. Thank you for sticking with me, guys. I'll talk to you all in the morning. Take care.